Hi guys, another Division 2 video, this time another DPS incursion build. Let's get it. Okay, so I've been wanting to do a Backfire build for some time now. I did start to do one on PlayStation, but now I'm really concentrating on PC at the minute. I thought I'd make one. It's really easy to make, really fun to use as well. I mean, me personally, I think the Backfire is the best SMG in the game. It's up there with the Chatterbox in my opinion. The Ouroboros is cool, yes, but it really does run out of bullets really quickly. So that's why I thought I would do one for the Backfire. Now the problem with the Backfire, if anybody doesn't know, is that it causes bleed every time you reload. So the build has to be crit and hazard protection. Okay, so that's why I've made this build that I've got now. Now the build that you can see in front of you, the only two things that are needed for the build is the ninja backpack and the Backfire, obviously, because it's a Backfire build. Everything else can be switched around, so don't take it literally. So you need 3-piece striker. It can be any 3-piece striker. You need 1-piece cavalier, can be any piece, and you need 1-piece 𝒌𝒊𝒔𝒆𝒄. Yeah, can never say that one right. 𝒌𝒊𝒔𝒄. Okay, now it's because the talent on the ninja backpack means that the 3-piece striker becomes a 4-piece, the 1-piece cavalier becomes a 2-piece, and the 1-piece cavalier becomes a 2-piece cavalier, and that all helps with the hazard protection to stop the bleed. So that means then that you're getting the stacks from the striker and you're getting the stacks from the Backfire, which just means this gun just melts everything that it touches. And in the incursion, I mean, there's only the beginning bit really that you don't really keep the stacks up. The rest of the time the stacks are up
Agent
all the
requesting
time.
backup.
So yeah, so that's it. That's the build. So we've got the Backfire, as you can see there. The secondary is entirely up to you. The only reason why I've gone for this secondary is because I was a massive fan of the Black Market AKM back in the day. I used to use it as an alternative to the 𝒊𝒅𝒄𝒂𝒍. Even when I had the 𝒊𝒅𝒂𝒍, I still use it because I just thought it was a really good gun. And I actually need to max that one out. I'm going to do that in a second. It's for the sledgehammer really, so that when you're on the bosses where you use sledgehammer, hopefully you can get it and you don't have to switch weapons at all when it comes to damaging, say like the boss. You can just keep hold of this one because it's a pretty high damage. It's higher than my Backfire, 139k, and it'll probably go up a little bit more as well when I've maxed those stats out, those attributes, sorry. Yeah, so I can use the sledgehammer then to get the extra damage for myself and rest of the team. So that's the reason why I use that. But you can use, I mean, anything you want really. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to go with that choice. The card custom, I haven't tried it since I've come to PC, but the card custom used to be that if you dropped your hive whilst holding your reviver hive, whilst holding the card custom, it gave you a revive hive back. I don't know if that still works, but it did work, so that's why that's the only reason why that gun is still there. But again, doesn't really matter. The only reason why I've gone with the demolition specialist is because of the first part. So you could actually switch this one after the first part. I only do it for the first part because it allows you to ignore mortars once every 60 seconds, which really does help when it comes to taking out the turrets, because you can ignore the first mortar, and then by the time the second mortar even comes, the turret should be gone. 99% of the time the turret is gone at that point. So yes, so the Cavalier is because we want the 2-piece, because it gives you 30% hazard protection, and what you want on it, you want weapon damage, hazard protection, and critical hit damage mod, or critical hit chance, depends what you've got. I have just farmed for some, so hopefully I've got some that are a little bit better than 10.8, but you work with what you've got. The chest is the strikers, so it's weapon damage, hazard protection, and crit hit damage. The holster is weapon damage and hazard protection, striker. Then knees is striker also, weapon damage, hazard protection, and then the gloves is 𝒊𝒔𝒄𝒍𝒂𝒊𝒎𝒆� with weapon damage, critical hit chance, and hazard protection. And then obviously then we've got the ninja backpack, I mean, which comes rolled as it is. So that's the build. So like I said, it's not a Bible, it's just a guide. So you can switch this around a little bit. So you could have, for argument's sake, Cavalier knees and striker mask. Work with what you've got. So what I do personally, when I know I'm doing a build like this, it's a bit of a mixed match. I'll go farm striker, and I'll put my best in slot. So let's say I've only got a 14% chest, but that's the best I've got. I'll put that on, and then I'll go farm Cavalier. But then if not so much the chest, because you do need the chest actually with the striker, 'cause it does help. But change that. Let's say the holster. So let's say I've got 14% the holster. I'll then go in the countdown and I'll farm Cavalier. But if I get a better Cavalier than the holster, then I'll change the holster to Cavalier, or the gloves, or the knees. So only the backpack and the chest. Like I said, you've got to relevantly keep. The rest can be switched around. You can have a 𝒊𝒔𝒄𝒍𝒂 holster and Cavalier gloves. It doesn't really matter. All it is the rolls. You've got to get that hazard protection up so it can stop the bleed. And it works really well. I mean, I'm in over 1 million crit, probably even higher. I wasn't even watching what I was doing a lot of the time. So I'll show some footage now of me using it in the Incursion. So yeah, that's my Backfire bleed resistant 𝒊𝒆𝒄 ninja backfire build. Enjoy.
The cleaners have a napalm mortar. I think I know why we lost contact with Barker. If you want to secure the garden, you're gonna need to take out that. Heads up, Agent. These cleaners must have developed a new fueling system. They're not wearing their regular gear, so if you were planning on blowing their tanks, you're gonna need to find a new way to handle the threat. Great work, Agent. You took out those turrets. You'll need to clear the area to reach the gate. Great work, Agent. You should be clear to approach the front gate. Hopefully you can access the estate from there.
Hostile detected.
Damn it, we missed one. Hostiles headed for the truck. Stop that vehicle.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Sorry about that. You should be clear now. Fire doesn't kill you, it's the lack of oxygen will.
And floor. Dun, dun, dun.
Vital signs critical.
now.
Without his armor, that cleaner is just a man. A man potentially on fire. Still a man. Now's your chance.
That agent needs assistance.
You're clear fingers for anything. Rumor is they have access to shade tech. Not sure if Conley made them honorary agents or if they have another fairy godmother, but it's starting to make sense why our first team was able to manage to get this.
We can't hit shit! Dave, I could really use one of our kids right now. One kid incoming. You guys in your own trouble finishing, Adrian. That was close. Thanks, Dave. That agent killed our police. He'll get what's coming to him.
Hostile delivery drone detected. Hostile shock trap detected. Hostile.
I'll back up the kids. I'll burn this place to the ground. I love you. Promise you'll find me. I promise it. I'll find you.